Tribe Regal Life. How y'all doing today? Listen, honey, I just came to stop by to give you a little bit of encouragement. Is that all right? Yes. When you go throughout life, there's a process that has to take place in order for you to see the full manifestation of God's will. There are 3 important things that you must do in this season and every season of your life if you want to see the full manifestation of God's will for your life. The first thing you've got to be able to do is surrender. Yes, honey, you've got to be able to surrender. Hands up, withholding nothing. Give it all over to God, that which you can no longer control. You've got to be able to yield to the authority of God. You've got to be able to allow yourself to be free from any restraints or constrictions or confinement. And you've got to give over to God what He's requiring of you. So I took a couple notes and I'm going to share with you exactly what it means to surrender, okay? First things first, when you surrender, you cease resistance. Yes, that resistance that you've been going back and forth with, you no longer are able to do that anymore. It has to come to a complete stop. Now, we talk about surrender like it's so easy to do. And honey, let me tell you, it is not, okay? Because when you surrender for real, you cease resistance. The resistance that you once had when you went back and forth, in and out, up and down, hot and cold, you no longer are resistant when you surrender. That means you have to yield. That means you have to acquiesce. That means you have to get in and you've got to give up. And you're not giving up in the fight. You're just giving up the things that you've been wrestling with, the things that you've been struggling with, the things that God is saying, no more, my daughter, and no more will my son ever have to wrestle, ever have to struggle, ever have to be resistant. Because when you surrender, when you give over to God that which you can no longer control, that's when you start to see some things moving on your behalf. The second thing you've got to be able to do is submit. Yes, honey, you've got to be able to yield to the authority or the will of someone else. And in this case, we're talking about God. So when you submit to Him, when you yield to His authority, you are complying, okay? You are consenting. You are coming into agreement with that which He is asking of you. Honey, James chapter 4, verses 7 told me to tell you to submit yourself to God. Resist the devil. Yes, that word resistance again. See, you don't resist when you're dealing with God. But when you're dealing with the devil and the enemy, that's when you start resisting and he will flee from thee. Yes, get your little dusty stuff on somewhere. And the third and final thing that you've got to do, honey, you've got to submerge. Say it with me, submerge. When you begin to submerge, you descend below the surface. So if you're here, you've got to be able to get all the way down here. I mean low, to the point where you are inundated, you are immersed, you are fully covered in the will of God, in the word of God, and in the way of God. So the 3 things that I need you to do on today, if you're struggling, if you need God to lead and guide you in this season of your life, if you've been lost and you need to be found, if you're blind and you need to see, honey, if you're hopeless and you need to be restored, if you're weak and you need strength, 3 things. Wait, I put up 2 fingers. 3 things. 3 things I'm going to need you to do today. I need you to, number 1, surrender. I need you to, number 2, submit. And I need you, number 3, to submerge. You can't be fully submerged unless you are submitted. And you can't submit unless you surrender. So there's a process that has to take place. You can't have one without the other. So I don't know who this is for on today, but honey, I'm coming to deliver this word to let you know that it is time to surrender, to submit, and to submerge to God's will for your life. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. a little bit of Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 for you. And the other thing that you've got to do in this process, when you trust God, you've got to relinquish. You've got to let go, release. You've got to give it up. You've got to give it in. You've got to yield. You got to acquiesce. You got to, all the things I mentioned before. Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do in this season of your life. The master has a plan for your life. And the only way you're going to get that plan is if you go to the master to get the master's plan. Duh. Now keep in mind, when you're going through this process, it is a voluntary act, which means God is not going to force you. He's not going to coerce you. Honey, there will be absolutely no pressure. He will be ready and available to receive you whenever you're ready. So if you're in a season of your life where things are uncertain, you don't know which direction to go in, you don't know what to do, you're struggling to make a move, you're struggling to be consistent, struggling to get back on track, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to surrender. I need you to submit, and I need you to submerge yourself in the will of God, in His presence. Go seek Him and find Him. Go spend some time with Him. Go be intimate with Him. Open up the good book and read the word, honey. Study, pray, fast, lay prostrate, whatever you need to do, my loves. I'm encouraging you on this day to surrender, submit, and submerge so that you can see the goodness of the Lord in your life. I love you guys. Hope this blessed you. If it did, like this video, comment down below, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the tribe. Yes, honey, for all of the vibes. Love you guys.